What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, I need you to like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know, Reclaim Your Throne.
Beats.
But it's been years now since then. Like, to a lot of people, it feels like this single thing is new. Like, it's been years now that we've separated and stuff. So I've dealt with the emotions behind it. And I still have my moments, but for the most part, I can talk about it now and laugh about it and find, you know, the humor in it all. Otherwise, I'll be a basket case.
You have to.
I already went through that. I already went through that part.
Were you really bad?
I was bad because it was public. I was bad because there were other people involved. I was bad because there were allegations.
So I want to speak on this situation with Lala and Carmelo Anthony. As you heard in the clip, Carmelo Anthony, obviously he had a baby on her. And I just want you to pay attention to what she said. She said the reason why it hurts so much is because there were other people involved. She also referred to the fact that obviously there was another baby involved. It was public, okay? And this is what I want to say. If all things were equal, right? If men and women were equal, Lala Anthony would be considered like just flip the roles. If Lala on paper was a man, Lala Anthony would be considered a high value man, okay? Who would have plenty of options, be able to deal with whoever he wants. And I'm not saying that Lala can't deal with whoever she wants or isn't a high value woman, because I'm sure that she is. She tried to hold it down with Carmelo. I think he let things get a little too out of hand. If he would have, just dealt with some Tatianas here and there and didn't have a baby on her, then they would probably still be together to this day. But as you can see, a lot of these athletes are not red vitamins. So they're busting inside of these groupies and having kids with them. And my thing is, Carmelo Anthony absolutely messed up. He absolutely messed up. Obviously, Lala was aware that he was dealing with other women. She knew that. But she was willing to tough it out because of who he is. And he let her do her little things too. Like, she had that intercourse scene on Power. So Carmelo was kind of letting her do her thing. Not saying that he was just letting her smash around. And she probably didn't want to, because she already had the highest value man in New York City at that time. But the thing is, what Lala Anthony didn't understand is that she was not with a red vitamin guy. And Carmelo Anthony, although he's made a ton of money in this and the third, he's still not red vitamin, because he's making mediocre cookie cutter mistakes that he could have avoided to save his marriage. Okay, so his mistake was dealing with these women who were going to talk publicly. Okay, dealing with these women who were going to talk publicly. And this is where I kind of, teeter-totter on the, should you pay for an escort, or should you just, deal with regular women? This is a really touchy subject, because if you go and pay for an escort, you draw the risk of getting finessed. You draw the risk of getting into legal troubles. You draw the risk of, your overall perspective of women evolving into something different. You incur all of those risks. But if you deal with these regular women and you have a name for yourself, then these women will come out of the woodwork and they will accuse you of all types of things. And they will say that you're this type of person and you got them pregnant and this and the third and this your baby and this. Okay. And that is what Carmelo Anthony has gotten himself in. So in his specific situation, he's got the bread. I'm not even going to lie. He probably should have leaned toward paid services rather than dealing with a woman who he knew really liked him on that level. See, there is a different level of intimacy when you are dealing with paid services. And I don't know because I've never done it, but I can only assume that there is a different level of intimacy when you're dealing with paid services versus a woman that you actually seduced, okay? So Carmelo Anthony, that was probably his only option to save his marriage. And I'm not talking about dealing with no street corner chicks, right? Dealing with upscale women who know the game, who understand his position, and who are trying to get the bag just like he is, okay? And I'm not saying that this is what you should do. I'm not saying that this is what everybody should do, but I'm just saying there is a prisoner's dilemma between a rich man who, you know, obviously is going to explore his options and deal with other women outside of his marriage versus dealing with women who are paid to be silent, okay? And that's also not necessarily guaranteed, all right? But I mean, it's crazy, but you see where Lala is coming from on this one. I'm gonna have to, you know, say that, yo, Carmelo Anthony's absolutely wrong in this case, right? Because at the end of the day, she still was going to deal with him. And this is a lesson that you guys need to learn. If you got your stuff together, the woman will still deal with you as long as you don't embarrass her. And that's what happened to Lala. She was embarrassed. The pressure was coming down. Her friends were probably in her ear. Her family was probably in her ear. And they were telling her that it is not a good look. You need to go ahead and get from this man. You got your child from this man. You're going to be good for the rest of your life. Okay. But this is a point that just, that I'm going to keep hammering home. If women and men were equal, right? If men and women were equal, Lala Anthony would have been perceived as a high value man on paper. But the thing is, as you can see, her sex drive was not the same as Carmelo Anthony's. His exceeded hers to the point where he wanted to step out of the marriage and deal with other women. And this is how most men are, okay? I know a lot of women think that they can compete with a man's sex drive and this and the third, but you can't, okay? You never will be. You might be able to out smash some dudes, but the guys who are active, the guys who are athletes, guys like that, guys like us, you know, we pretty much, our testosterone levels are high, and we have the stamina to deal with multiple women, okay? The problem Carmelo Anthony made was not wrapping up, okay? And that was a huge mistake on his part. He needs to hold this L, okay? Because he really messed up. I think Lala, you know, I think he could have built something with Lala. The intercourse scene, I wasn't all for. And it looked like she wanted to do that scene to get attention. And as you can see, you know, now it looks like she might have got surgery as well. So she might have the BBL, and she's posting pictures of her booty online. So now she's pretty much going back to the streets, okay? But I think that Lala could have been, if she would have stayed down, she could have been somebody who, you know, he could have had something longer, deeper with. You know, I think that she's a cool girl. You know, and she's fine, obviously. But like I said, a man's sex drive is a lot higher than a woman's. Carmelo wanted to deal with other women, as he should have been able to, because of the work that he put in. The problem is he wasn't fully red vitamin, and he made huge mistakes on the way, and that is what ultimately destroyed his marriage. So anyways, you already know what it is. It's your boy, Reclaim Your Throne. Till next time.
Raspa Beats.